Hello, everybody. Eric here with my weekly wrap up for November 23rd through November 29th. On my channel, on Monday, I posted a review for Dungeons and Dragons Ravenloft Heir of Strahd by Delilah S. Dawson. It is a Dungeons and Dragons horror novel. On Wednesday, for Reading Remembrances, it was March of 2009. And that's all. That's all I posted. A very simple week. As far as what I've been reading, I finished Star Wars Master of Evil by Adam Christopher. And then I read this new edition of No One Rides for Free by Judith Sonnet, one of her older books and most extreme. And I am currently reading Our Sarnath by Judith Sonnet, her most recent book, and one of her tamest, to use her own words. And it has such a wonderful cover. I really dig it. So that's my reading. It was an interesting week at work. We only worked 3 days. We had to work 24 hours. So we decided the previous Friday that we would work 10 hours on Monday and Tuesday and 4 hours on Wednesday. That would give us our 24 hours worked for the week, which was nice. Got out of work at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. We were doing kits, and then we actually got some Vitamix stuff to do, but since the week was almost over, I convinced my boss to let us finish the kit order that we were working on, and Monday we're going to jump right into doing some Vitamix stuff, which we have not done in over a month, I think. So it'll be interesting to jump back into that. And then we had 2 days off. Thanksgiving on Thursday, which was also my birthday, and the Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, yesterday. We had both of those days off as paid holidays. And now, so we have, I believe, I'm just going to glance over here. I'm told leaning out of frame is a terrible thing to do. So we have 3 full weeks of work. And then we only work 2 days and have 3 days off for Christmas. And then the week following that, we'll work 3 days and have 2 days off for New Year's. So I'm looking forward to that. And once the new year hits, all sorts of PTO and unpaid time off and things like that. Let's see, what else has gone on this week? I really don't have anything to show you. I did pick up a few things when I left work at 9 a.m. Killed some time and then went to Half Price Books. Picked up a few things, nothing special. I did finally grab that last $20 Flash Gordon paperback that they had. It was book 6 out of long series, but they only had the first 6, and I've slowly over time picked up all 6 of those because numbers 5 and 6, the last 2, were $20 a piece. And I also got, maybe I should have pulled this stuff down to show, for, I can't remember if it was $3 or $5, a British paperback of The Shadow. I believe it's the second book in the paperback series. And so I didn't realize that I do have the American version. So the Shadow books I have, and there's maybe a dozen or so, all from the same publisher, have the same covers and stuff. And this British one has completely different cover, completely different look to it. Turns out I already had it, but it's kind of cool to have a copy from another country. And I stopped at the game store, picked up a couple of games. They were having their Black Friday sale, but nothing spectacular. I mean, fun games, but nothing that I think necessarily anybody here would be interested in. I watched a movie. What did I watch? Final Destination Bloodlines, the most recent Final Destination movie. I'm a big fan of the franchise for the most part. I think the first two are the best. I think number 4 is terrible. I enjoy 3 very much. I think the first 3 are my favorite. Number 5 is good. This new one, Bloodlines, I thought was pretty good. Had some cool deaths in it. But I think my favorite death at this point is still in number 5, the gymnast death scene. I won't give anything else away. But yeah, Bloodlines was a lot of fun. I like the characters. I like what they did with the storyline. It's also Tony Todd's final film, which was a sad thing to see. But I enjoyed it. Bloodlines, Final Destination Bloodlines. Thanksgiving was relatively quiet. Played some games. Had Thanksgiving dinner, but the only people that came over were my niece and her father and his girlfriend. So it was relatively small. I think my entire life, it's been our house that everybody has come to for Thanksgiving, but now everyone's either so far away or has passed away. There aren't that many people that are coming to dinner. So we had a nice, relatively small Thanksgiving dinner. Friday, my niece was here, so I just did some reading. I actually played some Nintendo Switch Lite, which I have not played in quite some time. And I'm playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and I was very excited because I started unlocking the horror characters so I can add them to my team. I've got Elsa Bloodstone and Ghost Rider so far. But it was fun to jump back into that since I haven't played in quite a long time. Really not much else to talk about. Just a bit of a slow week. Oh, I've had the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Turkey Day Marathon on. It's not just for Turkey Day anymore. I think they started before Thanksgiving, and it is still going on now. So that's always fun. I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater, and they have showing episodes ranging from the very first season to the very last season, I believe. And it's good stuff, and all sorts of other special things they're doing in between. There was a little bit of I don't know that it was the whole documentary. They showed part of a documentary about the creation of the show. And I just, before I started recording, they had, in 1995, done an Oscar special, Oscar prediction kind of show. So that was fun. But yeah, so that's been on all weekend. We'll be on until tomorrow, or through tomorrow. I hope to finish our Sarnath. I think there's only going to be one book review this coming week. It'll be the Star Wars book, because I want to post the reviews for the 2 Judith Sonic books in the same week. Because I was reading such an old and extreme book, I decided to read, again, the newest and most tame, according to Ms. Sonnet. I want to read that immediately following, and then I can sort of, when I'm reviewing our Sarnath, I can sort of compare and contrast the growth of Judith Sonnet as an author. So instead of posting one on Friday and the next one on Monday, I won't have anything on Friday, and we'll just have both of those the following week, Monday and Friday. And I don't know. That's about it. I keep thinking about retiring this channel. Because I'm getting older. My birthday was on Thanksgiving, and I'm not reading as fast as I used to. And there's so many books that I want to read, and so many comic books that I want to read. If I'm reading comic books, then I'm not reading books to review. If I'm playing on the Switch, I'm not reading books to review. I haven't made that final decision yet, but maybe just to slow down. We'll see. Who knows what's going to happen? I can't predict the future. But yeah, I think that's it. So, no real question, except how was your week? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Did you get time off? Just let me know how you are doing. And that's it. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. I don't know what we would spoil. But if you're going to spoil anything, post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. And if you'd care to follow me on other social media, I'll have a link for my Instagram and Blue Sky in the description below. That's all I've got for you this time. So until next time, read more books.